have all relied on the cow for milk production, but in a quest to satisfy the demand, which increases day by day, most people have turned to goat milk, which experts say it is more nutritious than even cow milk.
On this edition of Kilimo Bora, join me Caleb Odongo Koyo and
me, Emily Mbai, as we will be talking to Madam Sawe about dairy goat production. So, welcome, Sana, Madam.
Thank you.
So, let's just get started. Tell us a little bit about goat production, or not
dairy goat production.
Dairy goat production, yes.
Okay, dairy goat production is one of the enterprises that is becoming very, very popular, especially with land size being a problem. Remember, everywhere land has really been subdivided. To an extent, people are owning units, very tiny units of land, and they still need to feed, they still need to drink milk. And now, keeping a dairy cow could be very expensive because remember it needs a lot of feed, unlike the dairy goat. So the dairy goat is the easiest. It needs little space, little feed, but you get a lot of milk that is very nutritious.
Now, that is where now it gets interesting. Now, with a goat, you need just a little feed and a little space. But what about the milk production? Is the milk production of a goat the same as that one of a cow?
Okay, in terms of quantity, you definitely expect it to be lower, but in terms of quality, it's quite good.
Wow.
It's quite good in the sense that this milk, much as it's little, but it is highly digestible, it is very rich in nutrients, and it is actually medicinal. And that is why people are going for this milk in a big way. And even if you compare the cost in the market.
Medicinal.
Yes.
Just expound on that a little bit.
Okay, when I talk of medicinal, it has properties that actually tend to boost even the immunity of even people who are who have HIV challenge.
Wow.
Yeah, so at least it boosts the immunity, so that this person can now go on about their normal duties.
Lives,
yes,
but then
because they are strengthened.
You see, the biggest challenge maybe perhaps is that for a cow you might only need one cow and you have very many liters of milk. But for a goat, for an average farmer, how many goats should I have so that I can be really comfortable with my milk? Because milk is not something you just take 2 cups and just relax.
Okay. Definitely, as you produce milk, you are not only centering on household consumption, you are also targeting sales. Yeah, and remember, an average goat will give you about 3 to 5 liters, depending. Yes, one goat. Yeah. Wow. Depending on the breed, depending on the stage of lactation, and of course how you feed this animal. So, like the goat you can see in front of us here. This is the Sun and Goat. It can actually give you up to 5 liters in a day. 5 liters in a day. That's more than what you need for household use. You will still get to sell. And remember,
it's even more than what these local breeds of cows
give. Yes. Oh yes.
Wow, that is really
the local breeds of cows can even give you just about maybe 300 to 400 ml, which is less than half a liter.
True.
But for you to have that high produce from that goat, you spoke about feeding.
Yes.
How should I feed my goat so that I have the best out of it?
A balanced diet for the goat is what is highly recommended, where you need to balance your energy, you need your protein, you need minerals, you need vitamins, which in most cases is available in any green material, and you need water.
And then we have our goats feeding here on the ground. Is that perhaps different, or are we getting the best produce?
Now, when you confine these animals here, first of all, you are going against one rule. The goat naturally has the habit of wanting to browse. Yes. Browse means feeding on vegetative material that is above ground. And probably you might have realized that your goats sometimes even stand on their hind feet to gain height. That has an advantage in the sense that it will not feed on the normal level like any other animal, but it will be able to achieve a higher height and be able to get browse. Now, so when we confine them here, first of all, you are giving them only to graze. which is okay, it can graze, but it's really not its preferred feed.
Yeah, it also needs to browse.
Yeah, it needs to browse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now let us talk about now the logistics of dairy goat keeping. Now, I am a farmer. I want to start goat keeping.
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to start? What am I supposed to do? How much money am I supposed to have, and all that?
For a start, first of all, you have to figure out where you will be getting your little feed for your goat. And by the way, there's something I didn't mention. If you keep 5 goats, they are equivalent to 1 cow.
Wow.
5 goats for 1 cow. Yeah. So you can see if you were to do the 5 liters, assuming you are really managing them very well, and you manage to do your 5 liters per goat per day. Probably the early lactation, of course. Remember, as time goes by, the milk yield goes down. So in the early lactation, you are able to make that 5. And if you are milking your 5 goats, remember you have like around 25 liters. 25 liters is just as good as that well-managed dairy cow that is giving you 20, 25, 30. Yes. So
we just get back a little bit. We spoke of feeding, and you said it's really challenging having the goats feed on the ground. Is this also posing a danger to them, perhaps some diseases?
The problem is when you confine them to graze, like in this field where we are standing. One, remember, as they feed, they are also defecating right here. It's causing contamination to this pasture. And on the other hand, you can see there is almost really nothing much that the animal is able to pick out of here. So if you were to think of doing anything to do with keeping them on pasture, unless if you have more paddocks, well rested, so that you have fresh grass, not one that is repeatedly eaten, they are defecating in the same place, because in the process there are worms, worm eggs that can be picked as they consume the grass. And when they pick these worm eggs, those are now going to be the internal parasites, which will now compromise on what you are feeding the animal, and hoping it will give you more milk. You are also feeding other non-essential other worms. And you know those ones also feed very well.
Yes.
Yeah, to multiply, they need to feed. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's say that I have already set my paddocks and I want to start. Like, where am I supposed to get these dairy goats for specifically for milk production?
Okay, there are many places where you can get the dairy goats, and most of them are actually in the high potential areas. This is where you get most of these breeds, like what you have here. The most popular is the Saanen, which is this white one.
The white one?
Which you can see it also has the pink on the nose. That is very characteristic of Saanen. There is the other one which is brown. That is the Toggenbach. Yes, which is also a very nice dairy goat. And we also have the black one, the background, which is the British Alpine. The British Alpine is also a dairy goat. And there are of course others which we might not have them here, like the Anglo-Nubian and a few others. The white one is not a dairy goat, that is a meat goat. That is the Gala. Yeah, those white small ones.
White small.
Yeah, not white big.
White big.
White big.
White big
is Saanen.
Yeah,
and this is a dairy. White small
is the
Gala. And those ones are purely for meat. Yes. This one is dairy.
So meaning those ones they use for goat auction in Baringo.
Yes, the one they use for the one meant for meat are the Galas, and that is now the one that is being sold in the goat auction in Baringo. You had asked about where do you get them? So they are found in the high potential areas mostly, and there are many farms that you can actually approach and be able to get your stock. Now, once you have them, I've told you that you also need to have planned how you will get your feed, as well as your water, because they are not going to stay without water. Remember, and clean water for that matter. Remember, an animal that is producing milk is supposed to consume a lot of water, because a high fraction of that milk is water. Yes. So besides that, you will also need at least some form of housing, and especially for the night, particularly if temperatures sometimes go very, very low. And especially for the young kids, you need to protect those ones because those are your future dairy goods. So you need to take good care of them so that they become your replacement stock later, or you can also sell to others.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have more.
Now, give us a range of price. A farmer wants to start. For example, how much capital are they supposed to have? For example, if they need maybe just 2.
Now, this price of the dairy goods ranges between 15 all the way to about 30,000 per one.
Per one?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the average price.
An interesting point is how most farmers in Kenya have not really embraced to have the goats for milk production.
Yeah, that is true.
Do you agree with that?
Most people have not embraced the goats because they've not understood the value of that milk.
So you're a specialist. What are you doing to make? For example, me, I have not embraced it personally. So what will you do for me and such people out there watching this to make us believe that truly I can have this goat and I can have the best of milk?
One thing you need to know concerning this milk is that I mentioned the aspect of the quality of this milk. Yeah, is that it's medicinal. Besides that, it's highly digestible. There are people who sometimes take cow milk and they develop difficulties in terms of digesting it. They have what is called lactose intolerance, which is more common in cow milk. But that person, if they are given goat milk, they actually manage to take milk comfortably.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then can it also be used by babies, pups?
Oh, yes. The other issue is regarding what I mentioned about it's highly digestible. It tends to have very small fat globules, and those fat globules are also well dispersed in the milk, and that milk is more like the human milk. So, like if you are to feed a young baby, you can give goat milk, which is highly digestible and more similar to the human milk compared to cow milk. Yeah.
Wow. Now, yesterday we were talking about something very interesting, a new technology that has been introduced in Kenya, that is artificial insemination in pigs.
Yes.
So now, is there artificial insemination in goats, or do we just have to do it the natural way?
There is also artificial insemination among the goats, and better still among the dairy goats.
Wow.
And it's okay, it didn't start long time ago, but elsewhere it started long time ago. But in Kenya, it is a technology that is still being adopted. Yeah, it's still being adopted slowly by slowly. But it's a sure way of ensuring that you have superior breeds, and as fast as possible, because if you import that semen, of course, as of now the price is a little bit higher. If you import
Give us just a range of
at the moment, one dose of goat semen is actually 2,000 shillings because it's being imported. Yeah. But by and by, I'm sure more and more farmers will actually contribute their bags that can be used to produce semen, which can also be processed the way the cow semen is being done, and at the end of the day, that may actually help us to lower the cost of artificial insemination.